Hey guys, this is Dow Phoenix, and we're gonna go ahead and get on with my Q&A video that I announced back in August of this year, and just now getting around to it. But I'm really lazy, and that's really the only excuse I have. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the ones I got in the PM box first, and then you get it. So, Takumaru or is it Meru? Takumaru776 asks, if you were to find Jim 81 Jim and Spax fucking in your room, what would you do? Um, I'd probably just go in the other direction as far away as possible. I really don't have a good answer to that. Okay, so Blade Sharks, Blade Sharks asks, "Hi, Down Phoenix. May I ask you what type of recorder you use in your LPs? Is it a software or are you using video camera? Because I want to do a Fallout 3 LPs, but any recorder I use sucks or don't have mic use." Um, well, Blade Sharks, it's going to depend on the situation. If you're using emulators, I would actually advise using emulators that have built-in video capture. For Super Nintendo, I would actually recommend SNES 9X. That would be your best bet as far as video capture. For NES, I personally use Nestopia. That's a pretty nice one because it allows you to record from save states. So it's pretty good transition for LPs. Um, as far as, if you're wanting to record a console, like PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and so on, like I did for my Alien Hominid review, I would actually advise using either a Dazzle, or if for some reason you're not going to be able to have your console hooked up to your PC, then, through the Dazzle, then I would actually recommend the Pinnacle Video Transfer, which will allow you to record it without needing a PC. Um, so that's the route I would go. As far as computer games, Fraps, Fraps is very good. It's pretty much the best as far as PC, but it's kind of resource intensive. If you don't have a very good PC, I would recommend something like Cam Studio instead. Cam Studio is a pretty good low end alternative as far as that. Uh, you don't need to really worry about recording quality so much for LPs. I mean, it's nice, but it's not quite as important. Of course, I don't like watching LPs with people on cameras and stuff, so yeah. Okay. So, Akuma Takutsu 666 asks, what did you think about Batman Arkham Asylum? I have not actually played that game. I probably will in the near future since now I have the PlayStation 3 and I'll get to take advantage of the whole Joker stages and everything. But I'll let you know what I think about it when I get a chance to play it. But it's probably not going to be until the new year because I've been trying to keep up with games for my GameFly on a as a release basis. Um, so yeah. Would you like Legal Murder Day as a holiday? Yes, please. No, seriously. There's probably some people I would like to kill, but it's not really gonna bother me if they make it legal because I'm not gonna do it. Pretty much, I'm not gonna let legality be the only thing holding me back from it. I mean, if I was to kill somebody, come on. Do you watch TAA? I have no idea what TAA is, so I suppose not. And how would you like to die? Mm, Probably, as far as the best way to die, probably whatever horror movie situation you could think of, something like kind of like a Saw situation, because um, that would actually let me reflect on my life pretty good, and realize what I did wrong and all that good stuff. As far as a realistic way to die, probably a nice fast car accident be a nice way to go. Celestial Games ask, Why do you think the Xbox 360 is more popular than that of the PS3? Even though the PS3's price has dropped sufficiently, its failure rate is tremendously lower than that of the 360. As well, the PS3 plays Blu-rays and SD DVDs, so why is it still at the 360's popularity is more than the PS3 despite horrible, and I mean horrible customer service from Microsoft? Well, first of all, I never really thought Microsoft's customer service was that bad from my experiences with them. Uh, but anyways, the price drop's still kind of recent. Sony just announced that pretty much the same time you asked that question. So it's gonna take some time for um, there really to be a good gauge on how good the price drop was. Um, the only other reasons I could think of is the Xbox 360 does have a very large lineup of games. It happens to get more games released still to this day than the PS3, despite there are a lot of multi-platform games on both systems. But as far as exclusive games, maybe not a lot of heavy-hitting games. But there are a lot of games that come out on Xbox 360 still that do not on the PlayStation 3. Just for an example, Left 4 Dead 2 is one very good example of that. So let's move on to the next question. Bladen Crumpets asks, what do you need help with for the site? By the way, Bladen Crumpets referring to the rejectedgamers.com site. If you guys haven't noticed, this question is kind of old because right now the site's temporarily dead. But I assure you, I am working on the site. It's going to be refocused and it's going to be very trimmed down. I plan on making it a little more appealing. Just pretty much, I'm going to make it for what I want it to be for. I kind of made it too inflated previously. So let's move on to the next question. XFighter85, worst reviewer on YouTube. I'll tell you this, XFighter85. Just like someone might say that the best guitar player in the world, some guy that's playing on his front porch, playing some blues, some old black guy. The worst review on YouTube is similarly probably someone I've never actually seen a review of. It's probably someone who's only got a few views. I have no idea. Someone might say, "Oh, Irate Gamer or Alexander4488 or whatever," but honestly, those guys aren't that bad. I mean, they, I'm not really gonna say a whole lot about it, but they do put some production values into it. At least they do at least make effort into trying to make their reviews appealing. Obviously, to a lot of people's opinions, that ain't true. But, they still have a fan base, so, they can't be that bad. Let's go ahead and move on to Big Alzo saying, anything you say. If you were chased by a horny bear and it looks like it want to do you for some reason, and you can't outrun and you got no weapon to kill it, what would you do? Well, what can I really do in that situation, Big Alzo? I can't kill the bear. I can't run away from it. Um, Unless there was some way I can get into a spot to where the bear couldn't get to me, I would probably just have to flop on the ground and take it like a man. He also said, "What is your favorite game from this year and last year?" I'll have to say my favorite game I've played this year so far would have to be Demon's Souls for the PlayStation 3. That game is totally awesome. I really love Demon's Souls. It's hard to explain. It's just old school, hardcore, balls to the walls RPG. Yeah, definitely awesome. Also, who would win, a kung fu sheep or a wrestling pig? Well, I'm gonna have to say a wrestling pig because kung fu is technically not a real martial art. Whereas wrestling is, unless you're talking about like wrestling as in this pig's a WWE wrestler, then I guess I would have to go with the sheep. If you were given a chance to make a sequel game, what franchise would it be? Well, I'm going to go ahead and name off a couple. I would really like to see a real sequel of Dead Space. The extraction looks nice and everything, but I would like to see expansion on what they had with the original game, rather than kind of a spin-off, like an actual sequel. Another game that would be really great to see as a sequel would be Mirror's Edge. That goes without saying, Mirror's Edge is just an excellent game. And if you haven't had a chance to play it, you should, because that's actually my favorite game from last year that I forgot to answer. Well, I'm not counting Fallout 3 because I'm one of the biggest Fallout fanboys on the internet, and so that's obviously going to be the winner. But if it wasn't Fallout 3, it'd be Mirror's Edge. Okay, so let's move it on to the next question you have. Team Fortress, who is your favorite person? Um, it's kind of tough to say. Do you mean to play, or do you mean like the character videos and everything like that? As far as my favorite type of character to play, I really like playing as either the scout or the pyro, and that's mainly because those were my favorite from the original Team Fortress.